Yep, the Skoda Yeti is a sexy car. I hope some of you watching this have got a Skoda Yeti as well and are crushing on it as much as I am crushing on mine. Today's video, I thought I would take you on a quick tour of my no-build car camper. So this is my Skoda Yeti that I have converted into a camper. This is basically the third iteration. So I'm going to try not to waffle too much and just take you through what I've got inside and how I've laid everything out, in case it will give you any good ideas for making your own car into a car camper, whether it's a Skoda Yeti like this one or another car. Obviously the Yeti isn't very big, so if you've got a small to medium sized car, maybe there's something here that'll work for you. So with no further ado, let's just start at the front of the car and work our way towards the back, starting with the driving seat. Nothing too crazy in here. Obviously I just keep some crumbs on the seat like anyone else, and I keep water and snacks and a cloth for the windscreen there, and some poo bags in case I find some poo. So yeah, a driver's seat normal, as you'd expect, because that's where I sit, the master of the vehicle. I do keep things in the passenger seat, so let me show you what's on this side. In the door, I have got more water and some windscreen scrapers. Now, the front seat, traditionally, who knows what might be here. I keep my window blinds. I usually keep a selection of books, and my bag goes on top of there. Then in the front here is where I keep some dog biscuits. I pretty much have these dog biscuits with me and some treats in the car, just in case I see a dog. It's been really hard for me not having Miss Nancy with me anymore. I still wanted her to be around, and I keep her things with me like all the time, and I wanted to still have some dog stuff. I think a part of me is kind of hoping that I'll see some stray greyhound by the side of the road and I'll be forced to take them in. But anyway, I always like to have a few treats and stuff in the car just in case. So anyway, let's go back and see what else is in the front. This is basically where I keep all my outdoor stuff. So I have a spare bag, rain jacket, something I've never used. Oh, it's got a travel towel in. I think this is, yeah, so this is for camping. I've got a couple of dry bags. I've got my new sleeping mat. Last but not least, a tent. That is what I've got in the front, and I also usually have loads of shoes in there. I just stuff in as many as I can. I'm house sitting at the moment, so I actually don't have all my shoes in the car at the moment, but that is where they live. Okay, great. So yeah, outdoor camping stuff, shoe stuff in there. Moving on into the middle of the vehicle, let's show you what it looks like before I mess it up. Pretty cozy. So I've got my bed down the left hand side with the seat as far forward as it will go. I've got my kitchen, bathroom, bedroom storage. Ta-da! Okay, so on this side of the car, I basically have all my work stuff, so I'll just show you what's that under the bed. I've got these two boxes with work things on that my mattresses rest on. I've got packaging for my work stuff, and in here I have more things. I've got drawing books, other work tools tucked in there, and I'll tuck any other small work things in to any gap that I can find back there. Let's check out what I've got in the other passenger thing, and then we can move on to the top section. I have my sleeping bag, bag of clothes, a special bag just for the toilet. Here I have got a cooking bag, so that's got oils, spices, mainly breakfast kind of things, and if I am house sitting, I take that with me. This is kind of camping stuff, so spare water bottle, picnic blanket, gas. I've got my little camping stove down there, other stuff like that. Spare toilet roll, obviously. The Holy Grail water filter.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
Hi everyone, I'm Polly. I'm a bouncy, fun-loving girl, and I adore fuss and attention. I love eating and hanging out with my friends. I'm looking for a human to take me home, and I could live by myself or with another hound. Is it you I'm looking for? For more information about Polly, please visit foreverhoundstrust.org. Okay, so under the seat, this is spare compost for the little toilet, which I'll show you in a minute. And in here I've got like art things, basically paints, clay, pens, watercolors, more things in here. Again, it's just art supplies, basically. So moving on to the left, I have my bathroom, a toilet, the tiniest little toilet that I could find. It's a mini composting toilet from Trevolo. Don't worry, it's clean, nothing in there. Pretty cool though. Obviously, I'm not going to do number 2 in there unless I absolutely need to, but I personally like to be able to. I like to know that if I'm desperate for the toilet, I can go safely within the confines of the car. So that's why I have that. To me, it's important. I'm not going to fill that thing up whilst it's in here. I do wheeze in it in the night, but that is very convenient because actually, like, I've had a wee bottle before, and that's great and all, but it's very difficult in a car as a girl to be able to get into a position where you can actually pee like into a bottle. So I find that kind of the most convenient thing. So I do use that for a nighttime tinkle. So here we've got the kitchen. This is a very, very, very important box full of very important things. Because this is where I keep my tea bags and my tea strainer, matches, coffee filters. It's basically got all the things I want all the time. Some more tea. I've got a little AeroPress coffee maker. That's also where my Miss Nancy mug would usually be, but it's not in there at the moment because it's my favourite mug and I like to use it everywhere I go. I have got as the underlayer my water, kitchen towel, my power station. This little lunchbox, which is actually part of the world's tiniest sink. And then on the other side, I've got my electric cooker sitting on top of the cool box. I absolutely love this. It's got a tap. If I was in the countryside somewhere, obviously, or on a campsite, I'd probably take that outside. But it was really important to me to be able to wash my hands inside if I wanted to. So basically, this is my idea of like the simplest little hand wash ever. It's got a nice little tap. There we go. Ooh, good flow. And then if you're in the car, just lid it until you can take outside and throw it away. So this kitchen side I obviously kind of use as a table. Both of these two things, like during the evening as well, to put stuff on. Got this Van Gogh double electric ring and just a normal cool box with ice packs in. This side is kitchen equipment, so I've got a clean cloth, bags for the bin bags, scissors, soap, washing up liquid, some poo bags that I also use for rubbish. Down here in this crack, I've got some more sponges, some string, and some of whatever these are called. What are these called? I forget. But I've got a huge box of them. Anyway, I keep a couple of these down there just in case. Oh, and a saw. Because you never know when you might need to saw something. This is one of those cool, bendy Japanese saws. Quite handy. Now this side is a bit more bedroomy. This piece of cardboard needs to be replaced by a piece of wood. It's to keep that stuff in, basically. But I've got the pot I use for boiling water for tea, a dirty cloth for cleaning, like along the back of the car, some lights. This is like a blow-up rainbow light that you can charge up in the solar power. In the sunshine. It's a solar lantern. That's what I'm trying to say. A solar camping lantern. Antiseptic wipe, other wipes, gaffer tape, a nice knife. My dad gave me this. Look at this. Beautiful camping knife. I might have to cut this out. I don't know if I can. Are we allowed to have knives on YouTube? Look at it. The panther. It's beautiful. Oh, no. I can never remember how to get it shut. Ah, there we go. Anyhow, she's a beauty. And a spare torch. So we're doing really well. The other side of here, by the bed, this is where I keep, in this space, they aren't there, my bags of wash stuff and creams. So moving on to the bedroom, I keep a pillowcase that's stuffed with like comfy winter stuff. So I've got some fleece jumpers and coats and stuff in there. So that's also a cushion and keeping some more of my clothes handy. And also I've got my lovely greyhound one with a blanket, a spare blanket and some similar stuff in there. I'm actually sleeping on the cushions from my van conversion, which just happened to fit perfectly into this space. So I will show you. These are all my sofa cushions from in the van, from the seats. There's like 4 different ones shoved together along here. So basically there's a wooden box under here that just goes from here up to the front of where the car seats attach. Like so. It's in 2 halves. So they both lift up like that, and I have got like loads of other kitchen stuff in here. It's by no means the single most convenient thing, but I haven't yet been able to think of a more convenient way of doing it. I didn't want to make it any higher than that because I wanted to be able to sit up in bed and work and so on. So there was a limited height that it could be. Obviously the mattress is on top of that. So yeah, it's providing all the storage I need though for all those kind of store cupboard, like foodie bits. And I'll just show you what's in the other side as well. It's also got some pots and pans and stuff. Pans. The mouldy old spoon for one of my other videos, but look, it's not mouldy anymore. Storage bags for food, cleaning wipes, bowls that I can never be bothered to use, all that good stuff. So you can see why I just eat out of the pan now, because I really can't be bothered to get that dish out from under there. And that's also why, because it isn't madly convenient, all the stuff that I really want to be able to use all the time is now in this section. I can't believe I forgot the office. My table for working. And it's just stopping it falling off here and on that side. So I think that really is it. Yeah, this is my 3rd arrangement. I think it works quite well now. As you can see, it's super simple. I think anyone could do this with their car. It's really easy to put back into car mode. The wooden bit isn't fixed in, so all you need to do is take it out and put it somewhere and just put your seats back in. I think that a Skoda Yeti is actually really good for doing this with. It's not the longest car in the world. I'm 5'10" and I can only just fit in. That front seat is as far forward as it goes and as high as it goes to fit in the bed, which is then 180 centimeters of space. But so when I'm lying down, like I can stretch out, but my feet are then starting to poke around through the seat there. So I don't think for anyone taller it wouldn't work unless you took the front seat out and used that space as well for your feet. But I do think it is a really good vehicle for this because it has such a high ceiling, and because it's a nice square shape inside, it actually feels surprisingly spacious. And when you're sat in there, you know, it feels pretty good. It's cozy, but it's not half as claustrophobic as I had thought that it might be. So yeah, I absolutely love the Skoda Yeti, and I think it is really cool. So if you have one, why not give it a whirl? And it also has the cool seats that just unclip. So again, like if you're looking at vehicles, I'm not sure if all Skodas do this, but the seats just unclip, so you don't have to faff around screwing. It takes like 5 minutes to get the seats out. So yeah, it's good. I hope you enjoyed this video, that it was a little bit interesting or helpful or something. I'll leave a link in the description for the first one I did about the conversion, in case that is more what you want to do than this. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next week when I'll be doing something. I'm not sure. So anyhow, hopefully see you next week. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.